Over this series of videos, we've talked about the importance of getting multiple streams of income and how one stream is not enough. And many people depend upon that 401k plan as that income stream to retire on. We're going to talk about whether that is enough, but also I'm going to show you a way to tap into that with no penalties and accelerate the return on your investment so that you can retire in style and enjoy that freedom that you're seeking. I know there's a lot of people out there who are worried about whether this 401k is going to be enough for them. Is it going to take care of their family as they retire and take care of them for the rest of their lives? It's a big question, and it's a huge question and an important one that we need to consider very carefully today. We're going to jump into this and go through several different options on how you can best benefit from your 401k plan now. All right, so first of all, what is a 401k plan? A 401k plan is a tax-advantaged retirement account offered by many employers to their employees. It's named after a section of the U.S. Internal Revenue Code. But workers can make contributions to their 401k accounts through automatic payroll withholding. So that's a real benefit, and people having that security of believing, okay, I've got that money coming out automatically and I'm not even feeling it. So that's a good feeling to have. But these employers also can match all or some of those contributions. The investment earnings in a traditional 401k plan are not taxed until the employee withdraws that money, typically after retirement. In a Roth 401k plan, withdrawals can be taken tax-free. I think most of us have heard about the benefits of a 401k plan, how we can put in those earnings and they can be tax-free until later on, and how we can build that up so that we can be retired. And we can have all this money sitting there waiting for us when we retire. But is that reality? Okay, so how does a 401k plan work? There's two basic types of 401k accounts. There's the traditional 401ks and Roth 401ks. The two are similar in many respects, but they're taxed in different ways. A worker can have either type of account or both types. Employees who expect to be in a lower marginal tax bracket after they retire might want to opt for a traditional 401k and take advantage of that immediate tax break. On the other hand, employees who expect to be in a higher tax bracket might opt for the Roth so that they can avoid taxes later. And typically, the way that this money is invested is in stocks, mutual funds, and other types of things that allow them to go up with the stock market. Maybe it's an index fund, maybe it's some other type of fund which allows the investor in the 401k to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% over the many years that it's in there so that it can build and build and build. It's your money in your 401k, right? But can you withdraw it? So it makes sense to take a look and see how that's managed. Participants should remember that once their money's in a 401k, it may be hard to withdraw it without penalty. But also note that distributions from a traditional 401k are taxable. Qualified withdrawals from a Roth 401k are not, but they do lose the tax-free growth of being within the 401k account. The other thing we look at, because these funds are invested in stocks, in mutual funds, and other funds, how likely are they to continue to grow? Well, if you ask somebody that was back in the 2008 and 2009 era, and we see what happened there with 401ks, many of those individuals lost half of their 401k in just a matter of weeks. So it reduced it down significantly, and they had to start all over. So what it comes down to, is a 401k worth it? Now, according to Vanguard, who's one of the biggest managers out there, they say that if someone at age 55 to 64 has an average 401k balance of $197,322 after all those years. But someone at 65 years old plus, they've increased it a little bit, at $216,720. How are you going to live in retirement with $216,000 when you're used to living on probably 6 figures every year? Even if you reduce your spending, you might have 3 or 4 or 5, 6 years left. So is it really worth it? As you look at this $216,720, if you're retiring at age 65, we're actually living a little bit longer than we used to. So as we live longer, we're going to need income longer, right? That's $216,720 over 25 years is equivalent to $8,668 a year. How are we going to live off that? How are we going to take care of our family? How are we going to enjoy those final years of our lives when we should be spending time with our families and our loved ones and build those memories and create those memories on $8,000 per year? The bottom line is that the 401k is not a path to wealth. For most, the annual retirement income will provide only a small fraction of what's needed to maintain that current standard of living during our retirement years. Even if you add Social Security to the total, you'll be forced to live off a third or less of what you've been accustomed to your whole life. That's not my idea of retiring, of living those last few years of my life. I don't want to live like that. Do you want to live like that? I sure don't want to live like that. And so I've been making arrangements over the past few years with my life and some of my investments so that I don't have to live like that. So unlike many of the associates I've worked with over the years that have relied on that 401k, I've seen countless others, hundreds and hundreds of people utilize that 401k in the best possible way to achieve financial freedom and enjoy life even earlier than the retirement age. Franchising has been an incredibly successful vehicle for that with a very high success rate. For those looking to get out of their 9-to-5 and find a path to create real wealth, franchising offers an opportunity to be your own boss and live life on your own terms. Let me give you some examples here. As I've mentioned, I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of people that have utilized their 401k. Now, we mentioned that sometimes it might be a little bit difficult to get to that money. But if you go with a true professional that knows the tax laws and they're able to help you pull the money out of your 401k plan, put it into your own C corporation, and put your own fund together, then it allows you to withdraw those funds and invest in your own business. So in other words, you're not investing in someone else's business with the funds and the stocks and things that you're typically investing in with the 401k. You now get to withdraw it without penalty, but make sure you go to the right professional, which we can help you with. They will help you structure it properly so that you don't experience those penalties and you can utilize your money now. And the best part about it is that it is your money. And rather than let someone else manage it and take care of it for you and get that 5, 6, 7, 8% return, what happens now if you can take that money and invest it into something like a franchise with a proven system with a high success rate where you've got the support, get out of that 9-to-5 now instead of waiting 10 years down the road till some investment pays off for you. Get out now and you can start managing your own business in your own corporation with the funds that you work so hard to get. The other thing you want to think about is 2008, 2009. I saw so many people lose half of their investment in their 401k. Is that going to happen again? Possibly. So if you wait too long to pull the money out of your 401k, and that does happen, and it decreases down to half, you've lost a lot of money and it's going to take you a long time to build it back. So if you think about the right timing for you and you're pulling that money out now properly, done through the professional team that helps you structure it properly, and then we help you find the right franchise to invest in, you multiply that investment, those investment dollars significantly, get a much better return, have much more freedom, and that's a path that we've seen hundreds of people take. For example, I had an associate who used to work for Walmart. He built up a little bit of 401k, and he was able to tap into that 401k, take that investment, and invest in a franchise. He started with one franchise. He started to build it up. He kept his job. It was a semi-absentee-owned type business, so he spent maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a week helping to manage that while he kept his job. It started producing income for him. Then he took that income. Did he spend it? No, he took that income and he reinvested it back in another franchise. He got the second one going, and he took the income from that one, reinvested it, got the third one going. Before long, he had 12 franchise units up, and the value of those franchise units were well into the 7 figures, much higher than his 401k could have ever done for him. This is an opportunity for you if you have a little bit of money in your 401 to take out and invest. I was doing that when I was working for the corporate life. I had a 401k that I didn't build up very much. I had 40,000 in there, but I was able to pull it out and take that and reinvest into a business opportunity that I had, and I built that business into a huge business and allowed me to succeed, build it up, and then turn around and exit out and sell that business at a later date. So don't underestimate the power of the 401k in you yourself utilizing your own funds and ability to control your own funds. In other words, do you want someone else to invest your money and control it for their best interests? Or do you want to take your money out now and you control it for your best interests using the mentors, the coaches, and people and professionals that will help you get it done right and build that significant net worth much faster, so that the end of the time that you want to retire, maybe you want to retire at age 30 or 40 or whenever it is, you'll have the option to do it if you want to do it that way. Most of us have been taught that over the years, it's the best thing to save our money, put it into these 401ks, and hope that that will give us the retirement that we need. But the bottom line here is it's time to break out of that trap. Click the link below. Let my team help you find that trusted advisor, professional, that can help you best utilize that 401k or Roth to be able to invest in your own business, where you can call the shots, where you can make a difference, where you can achieve the freedom and build that mini empire and that legacy for your family and enjoy much more freedom much earlier in your life, rather than waiting to see what's going to happen. And who knows what's going to happen in the future with the stock market, with anything else. The more sure thing is a franchise investment, where you have the opportunity to have that high success rate, and best of all, you get to choose which franchise it is, something that you're passionate about. Click the link below. My team will be responsive to you and help you find that right investment for either a franchise or to utilize your 401k plan properly. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, because I've certainly enjoyed sharing my passion with you about how you can invest and utilize this critical asset that you have in your 401k. Don't forget to subscribe and click the link to ring the bell so that you can receive future notifications. Check out the next video. Lots of great things to come.